We are live. Good morning. This is the market update. I am your host, Bill Noble. Anybody want to buy a meme coin? How about we buy Whiff in the Solana universe? Wow. This guy must be bullish, you're asking yourself. Well, the money is not made in the buying and the selling. The money is made in the waiting. And that's what we're doing. We're sitting waiting for a multitude of catalysts, a dollar devaluation, the orange man making some kind of huge crypto announcement. It's going to happen for no other reason than his meme coin is irritating everybody, which of course is his meme coin's purpose, other than obviously making money for him and his partners, most likely. Doesn't matter whether you win or lose, as long as you irritate everybody. Meanwhile, the tariff thing is dying down. Deals are going to get made. The dollar is being devalued against all Asian currencies as a way to fix this problem. So actually, it's already done. Powell is a dummy, and there is every reason to buy Bitcoin. There is every reason to want decentralized AI. And all these hedge fund characters who are negative are bringing up everything except Bitcoin on the tape. They're still doing it. But ironically, according to the news, people are starting to get this idea that stocks are trapped in a range, right? All the way down, all the way back up. Okay. Done for the year. Thank you very much. Hope you got the trade right. It's over. Now what are you going to do? You're going to go to crypto. Right. So it's like every reason in the whole world. We'll go over the news. We'll go over the charts. We'll look at the 90-minute charts and be like, wow, they really went after this. They really went after this. Oh, here we go. It's like, I knew this, right? Eric Trump, like during the campaign, when they were going buck wild with the announcements, Eric Trump would come out the day before they would drop something. And keep in mind, the plan, the executive order for the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve says we need a plan in 60 days. That plan is now 2 days overdue. So the longer they hold on to the plan, the longer they irritate everybody with the meme coin, the bigger the announcement's going to be. Right? And you also got the Sovereign Wealth Fund involved. Right? The Sovereign Wealth Fund was their workaround for the Strategic Reserve, because it's just a giant fund. They get a bunch of money in tariffs. They drop billions of dollars into this thing. People are acting like this isn't happening. And Eric Trump just told you, it's happening. And that's the market update. No, I'm kidding. I'm absolutely kidding. All right, let's welcome who's here. Tooth, what's up? Good morning. Alexandra here from Switzerland, representing Yav, Cepedas, Ian, good morning. Jelster. Dude, what is going on in Asia? Whew. The good news is, if there is any, announced wars don't happen. All right. They're kind of announcing that they're going to fight instead of fighting, hopefully. Like, I blow your thing up, you blow my thing up, and then we all go home. Hopefully that's what we're doing. Because otherwise, I think it would be full-scale shooting otherwise. Hopefully. Ben Egert, good morning. Miguel, Malik, what's up? Mitchell, oh no. Thomas, DH, good morning. Okay, let's get to it. Rutro, the Chinese cut rates. They're doing talks. They're in trouble. As they say in tennis, advantage orange man. This is over. It's over, right? They can whine, cry, they can say what they want. The dollar has been devalued against all the Asian currency neighbors, and they have to make a deal. Or all the manufacturing's going to Asia, or their currency can collapse. Either way, it's over. It's over. But just people are just acting like it's not, because the media won't let it go But I have got a Grok. Grok sang for me today. Grok sang for me. We're going to go over it in a PowerPoint. Number of tariff mentions on X accounts over 500K. And they just popped up again because of this dollar devaluation, and they're going right back down again. Okay, dollar faces 2.5 trillion avalanche of Asian sales. Okay? So, of course, Bloomberg has to write it up as, oh my God, the dollar is collapsing. I mean, the dollar is collapsing, but it's a deal. The deal is done. It's done. We'll just adjust the currency. That's it. That's it. We don't need to sign papers. We don't need to have a thing in the Rose Garden. It's done. It's absolutely done. Now, just in case you're wondering why the orange man was all over these guys, this is from the Epoch Times, right? They're not big fans of the CCP. Okay. Chinese, yeah, they don't play nice. They don't. And the orange man is upset, and they got taken out to the woodshed. It's over. They lost. U.S. Treasury Secretary Bessent to meet with Chinese officials this week. So hopefully they'll be nice. I think we've made our point, right? There's no need to continue this much farther, although you don't know. Maybe they're just going to press the advantage and humiliate them. I don't know. Generally speaking, I don't think that's a good idea. I think it's just over, and they should switch to Bitcoin. Like, the stage is set, right? Deal's done. Currency's devalued. Done. Done, right? Now, here we go. The Fed. Powell. What an embarrassment. Fed will most likely do nothing because in their pretend world, there's inflation. There isn't. They cut with GDP at plus 3% and markets at record highs. Those are the last group of interest rate cuts. And now with inflation in the tank and stocks down and max uncertainty due to tariffs, they want to wait it out. I mean, this alone, right? I mean, I don't know. There was some kind of reversal. Like Powell said whatever he said, and the market went down. And then, just like this SUI roadmap thing that I came up with, it's like you had like what? 2 hours to buy it? You had 2 hours to buy it at 94. 2 hours, and the whole thing just turns around and goes up back to 97. Now we're just sitting here waiting to blow through 100. I'm convinced you're just going to, there may not be a reason. I mean, there will be a reason, right? But it doesn't need a reason. The reason is already there. The market just hasn't absorbed it yet. Because again, the media is making people go, ooh, it's over. It's absolutely over. Bitcoin races above 97. You don't have to like these guys. And of course, they didn't handle the messaging. The messaging was terrible. It looked like the end of the world, which of course was the bottom. I mean, everyone's like, yeah, I'm going to buy the dip. No, you're not. That was the dip. Yeah, I'm going to day trade. I'm going to get it at 91. No, you're not. No, you're not. And if you do, it's a steal. I mean, you had a full-on war action going on in Asia, and 93 was all you got for Bitcoin. That's it. And altcoins were down, and then they turn around and rip the other way. I mean, we can look at SUI, Litecoin. It's like, okay, here we go. Ready? I mean, what earth-shattering announcements coming in the next few days. It's going through 100. It's going right through 100. Right through 100. Right? After Taiwan crisis, Goldman FX traders ask if the Hong Kong dollar is next. Right? The Hong Kong dollar is attached or pegged. Again, this is fancy legacy foreign exchange talk. The Chinese can make a deal or their currencies can blow up. Those are choices. And you know what? If they choose to have their currencies blow up, they won't recover. And you'll have Bitcoin buying out of Hong Kong like you've never seen before. Huge. They got a Bitcoin ETF out there. They do. No rate cut as Fed waits for clarity. Right. clarity that they're stupid. Seriously, they're stupid and they're not public servants. They're deep state tools, right? If they're going to act like this, they should not be independent. I don't want the president of the United States making interest rate decisions. Okay, that said, get rid of these guys or just buy Bitcoin. Again, can't say it enough times. Can't say it enough times. No panic, no edge. Welcome to the chop zone. As financial media figures out, they must watch the show that equities are in a range until further notice, right? All the way down, all the way back. Hope you made your year on the trade. That's it. Done. You got to get on a trend. The only trend is crypto. He makes an earth-shattering announcement with the left all over him on his meme coin. Oh my God. He can make everyone upset and be popular at the same time. I mean, it's like Orange Man perfection. It's perfection. Okay, here we go. Where are we? Okay, moving from neutral to bullish. The guy who picked the bottom says it's time to take profits. Okay, we're in a range, right? Some guy at Goldman bought the low, watches it go up, sells, done. Right? This is the range for equities for the rest of the year. And it may be, this is the range for the equities for the rest of the year. Right? It may not be as big of a range as you think. It may just sit there. A lot of times that's what happens when equity markets freak out. It just kind of dies. That's exactly what's going to happen. Now, is the White House for sale? Says the American left. Oh my God. We're having a paid dinner at the White House based on a meme coin. You realize Elon covered like Las Vegas casino trips with government money? You know, millions of dollars being funneled to like spouses of government officials. I mean, it goes on and on and on. Orange Man has a meme coin pump-a-thon dinner at the White House, and it's a scandal. Brandon spent more than half of the presidency on vacation. This is not to mention what his son was doing. But, oh my God, the White House is for sale. We're having a dinner with 200 people. Oh my God. Stop crypto. Stop it. Why? Because the Orange Man likes it. That's it. That's the only reason why they want to stop it. Let's find some chink in his armor. No, I don't think so. Trump to raise millions from crypto and meme coin this month. The first event at 1.5 million per plate fundraiser set for Monday is one of the most pricey political fundraisers in recent memory. Watch out for the big announcement. Watch out. You know, the people attending the dinner could be announcing. You know what I'm saying? Like Larry Fink is on a plane. It's not related here. Larry Fink is headed over to Saudi Arabia with Elon talking about how to get more investment in America. You don't have to like this guy, and everybody was losing their mind. This is game, set, match. Orange Man on trade, and he's going to go to Bitcoin next. And the popularity is going to go through the roof because right now the popularity can't go any lower. And of course, the left is pressing. 58 wallets have made millions on the meme coin, where everyone else has lost money, which is true universally in meme coins, all the way up, all the way back down. The bigger the base, the higher in the space. Now, I don't know if his meme coin is going back where it was, but you do have to remember, Gann says this, if it had the energy to move the first time, that energy, you know, unless there's something drastically wrong with it, that energy can return. I believe it's going to return an antivirus. And this whole thing where his meme coin is dead, I don't know about that, man. Yes, people have lost money, but this is unbelievable, right? CNBC is not reporting on anyone else losing money in meme coins except, you know, this guy's crypto. And then he gets everyone's attention with this, irritates everybody, and then comes in hard with Bitcoin. Hard. Okay. Yeah. And as a reminder on Powell, as a reminder on government spending, and as a reminder on tax relief and QE, because they're doing that too. Chapter 7 bankruptcies, 16% year over year. right? In other words, if people start losing their jobs, it's over. It's over. The tariff thing, if that permanently weakened the labor market, housing is next, right? Chapter 7, you turn the keys into the bank. This is amazing. Bitcoin could be at 120 and housing could fall 30%. It could be a bonanza for anybody holding crypto, literally. Okay, who are you with? The Wall Street Journal has gone to heck. It's a rotten newspaper. Did you hear what I said? It's a rotten newspaper. Hate to say it. I grew up with the Wall Street Journal like it was like it was the Bible, literally. It was like, oh my God, what's in the Wall Street Journal? Okay. Now all these papers have political affiliations. And of course, no one seems to like the orange man in the media. And of course, he is only too happy to get the quote and the tweet out of it. Again, everyone's against this guy, seemingly, and everybody is bowing down. That includes China and Larry Fink from BlackRock. This is the guy that's going to come out hard on Bitcoin. Watch out, right? Be not enticed to tyranny. Oppose the surveillance state. Authored by Elizabeth from the American Institute for Economic Research. Right? A surveillance state is being erected around the American public at an alarming rate. Okay. Antivirus. Okay. Private email, VPN. So you can have VPN, private email. You can have a SIM card where they can't see you on the internet, right? And you can buy stuff, buy gift cards to buy stuff on your invisible phone because, they keep building this infrastructure. I don't think the orange man's going to tear it down. And then one day when you have a government that's like what's going on in the UK, or AI gets involved, AI weapons have already been deployed in the Middle East. So I don't know. Anybody who doesn't think we need this, they may be crazy. They may be absolutely crazy. Now look at this. Look at this. Paul Tudor Jones says, again, this is the hedge fund addiction to negativity. If you're wondering who Paul Tudor Jones is, he got famous for shorting the stock market before the 87 crash. So that's how he got on the scene, made his money, right? So AI, 50% chance AI gets rid of humanity in 20 years. Not entirely incorrect, but that's not the headline of the day, right? The question is, if AI is programmed correctly and AI agents get active inside the economy, can you have prosperity before you have Skynet? Skynet probably is eventual, right? For anybody who watches Terminator movies, but that's not the first trade. Okay. It's not the first trade, right? Stock market will hit new lows, even if the tariffs are cut, right? Again, addicted to disaster. Dalio, Jones, all these guys, I was cut, I'm not a hedge fund manager, but I'm cut from the same market education cloth, and I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it, right? I'm not, right? So, like I said, they're all negative. Where's the talk about Bitcoin? No one's talking about Bitcoin. No one's talking about DeFi. No one's talking about tokenization of assets. Nobody. Right? I mean, if Paul Tudor Jones is that negative, he should be like, oh my God, I'm buying all the Bitcoin I can get my hands on. And I don't know why these guys won't do it. Maybe because they're not original. Maybe because Michael Saylor's on the tape every day. These hedge fund guys are addicted to negativity. Okay. They're addicted to negativity. And we have the ISO 222 coins. And you know what? It's time to look at them. It's time to look at Cardano. Even though it may not go straight up right now, it is definitely time to start looking at XRP and all these other coins. Stellar, Hedera, right? XDC, Algorand, QNT. Whatever this is, the banks have to get involved in November based on, how this structure works. I say buy these coins now, right? Because everyone's asleep. Everyone's sleeping on this market. Okay, PowerPoint. This trade thing is over, right? Massive headlines, Grok estimate of tariff tweets by X account with more than 500K followers. So huge explosion, right? Lull. Okay, this is probably the Taiwan trade. They'll make deals, one last uptick, and then it'll go to zero, right? Tariff talk never went back to this. Never. And when tariff talk tops, Bitcoin just flies. So they did the dollar devaluation. They'll have some deals. They'll announce Bitcoin. That's the end. That's it. That is it. Okay. Want to buy a meme coin? You realize where this stuff is? Like it's just like a testimony to how destroyed the market is. This thing is sitting at 56 cents. It's basically still in the discount zone. WIF is leveraged Solana. This, by the way, I didn't make this up on my own. WIF came out of, this new model that I'm working with. The model hated a bunch of meme coins. And I'm like, all right, give me a meme coin that you like. It gave me this. I mean, can you imagine what happens if Solana and this take off? It's like you would need Solana, WIF, and the Orange Man's meme coin take the whole Solana ecosystem higher. And no one's talking about it. People are acting like this cannot happen. Oh, it can happen. And when it does, it's going to be unbelievable because we've had to wait so long. I mean, the market went down yesterday and everyone was like, Bill, I thought it was going up in May. The algos hit it to get everyone's crypto. And then, there was the news headline. We saw the news headline earlier today, or later yesterday, that Wall Street is set and ready to go for some huge announcement. Like they've already got the heads up on this. Everyone knows this is coming except us. Here we go. So from the Eagle King, right? Leak. Wall Street is quietly gearing up for a huge Bitcoin and price boom. Yeah, an announcement coming any day now. Any day now. This may have been what reversed it off the lows, after, I don't know, algorithm somehow selling off whatever, Jay the Joker said. Stupid, right? When this happens, forget about it. Because there are so many other reasons to buy it. There are so many other reasons. Now, if you go to TA, right? So arrow, 9 bottom, massive hammer up. This is a 90-minute chart. Okay. I honestly don't see this going any lower. Like, you had a little bit of euphoria at the start of the month, and then they have to blow everyone out, and then it just turns around and goes the other way. Right? XRP. I say watch out in XRP. Right? Couldn't get down to $2. This could be the range, 214 to 2. Good. Look how fast Solana came back. Now, the good news is the range in Solana is 144 to 147. They keep compressing the range. Eventually we'll be looking at a 30-minute chart or a 10-minute chart looking to get the range in these big coins. Right? The quieter it gets, the bigger the move to the upside. Right? And you can see stuff like Sui. Yeah, okay. They wash everybody out. They get everyone out. It's below support. They just torture everybody, and then boom, it's back to like 3 straight green candles on a 90-minute chart. This is going back up here. And this was just like stop fishing. This is just like get everybody out. Get everyone out. Buy all the crypto you can. Orange Man makes the announcement. Boom. Boom. Right. I think I didn't do Bitcoin here for some reason. I mean, it was actually kind of hard to believe that they were selling Bitcoin yesterday. For what? I don't even know. Look at this. Right? 94 to 97 range on a 90-minute chart. Just zoom. Takes out 97. What's up here? Nothing. Nothing is up here. It's like, I think if you go to a 4-hour chart or maybe the daily, you know, we were talking about a range reset, and you see how they're afraid of 100. You know, the top of the range is really 102. They weren't afraid to test the bottom of the range, but now they're afraid of 102, which means when it goes to 102, it's going to go through it. It's going to go to 100. It's going to go through 102. Now, then it may correct after that. This has got 108 written all over it. It really does. It's got like 7 or 8 updates because you got to be careful. You know, you start looking at the end of the week and the orange man says we're 72 hours away from some huge announcement and they drop something big. I don't know. I mean, what is the case to be negative here? There isn't any. There isn't any, right? Oh my God, I just did that whole thing without sharing the screen. Okay, so we will do the executive summary on this. So Bitcoin, they're scared of 102. If they're scared of 102, when it gets to 102, it just goes. Right? Solana. What is Solana doing at 140 again? Why is it at 140? And the thing that's funny is they're kind of dipping it, which is great. Right? I mean, these tactical dips, if you're not long, and again, you can't even really tell what it's like. It's almost like Solana is closed. And when things get this quiet, I mean, you know, you don't like it if crypto goes down and then gets quiet. Like this was ominous. And then boom. I think this is the other way. You go up, you consolidate, the overbought condition relieves itself. XRP, same thing, right? And then I'll wrap it up here. Absolutely nothing has happened in XRP, and tomorrow you're going to have a 9 bottom. You almost want them to hit it today and tomorrow. You almost want that. Okay. So I think I've made the point. Something big is coming, and you can't get shaken out or bored out because the case is there. The market just hasn't traded it yet because Bloomberg and MSNBC and CNBC have got some other narrative that they're trying to distract you from. They're trying to get you to look over here, and the orange man's coming in with something with Bitcoin very soon. And remember, it makes him popular, and he loves that. Okay, folks, that's it for today. We will see you tomorrow.